Good morning, everybody. Monday morning update, and I actually have something different for you today. It's not necessarily scripture. It's out of the book Reverse Thunder by Eugene Peterson, and I've been reading it because we're doing Revelation, and that's what this is. It's his take on Revelation, and I enjoy reading Eugene Peterson, and so I thought I'd share with you something he has in here, and then I have a couple announcements, and on we go. Okay, so let's see how we do. And I haven't really practiced this reading, so let's see how it goes. It's basically on page 60 of his book Reverse Thunder, and in it his beginning statement is, in worship God gathers his people to himself as center. And so what he's saying is, without worship, our life lacks center. And so he then goes on to explain that with how Israel was plagued for centuries, really, by Baal worship. And, they'd look to the hills, and somehow if you could worship on those hills, the fertility of Baal would, do what it needed to do, and you'd have a good crop, and how that was not centering. And so only God in worship can center us. And anyway, so then I want to start with his statement, after he talks about the Baal worship, about the hills. The hills are a delusion, and so is every casual or pompous way station at which people seek easy and instant centering. People who do not worship live in a vast shopping mall where they go from shop to shop, expending enormous sums of energy and making endless trips to meet first this need and then that appetite, this whim and then that fancy. And then here's my favorite line in the whole book. I just want to tell you that. Life lurches from one partial satisfaction to another, interrupted by ditches of disappointment. Is that a great line or what? Ditches of disappointment. Motion is fueled by the successive illusion that purchasing this wardrobe, driving that car, eating this meal, drinking that beverage will center a life and give it coherence. And that is all false worship. Wow. And so anyway, in worship, God centers and gathers his people. That's the whole point of that. And anyway, I think that's fantastic stuff. And so if you want, find the book. It's really good. I'm not done with it yet, obviously. I would give it to you in October. I won't give it to you now. All right. So but ditches of disappointment. Who comes up with that? That's great. Yeah. So if you're wondering why your life has been a little unbalanced, it's probably because you don't have worship at the beginning of it. And so we're going to continue to encourage you. It is never a bad thing to come to church on Sunday. I know you live busy lives. I know you have a lot going on. But if you don't have that centering point, hey, nothing I can do. All right. Night of worship is coming up Friday, this Friday, August, what is that, 6th? See, I can't read because it's backwards when I look on it. August 6th at 7:30. And so we invite you to come for the food and the music. They're having pulled pork. Good grief. I mean, pulled pork alone. You had me at pulled pork, and then you're throwing music on top of it? Yeah, I'll be here. So we're going to have a good time with that, and we hope you come and enjoy. It'll be out here in the praise garden, and I think it looks like the weather is going to cooperate. So that's a great thing, and we are excited about that. So please come. And then Sunday we have worship at 8:30 out in that same garden, and also then church in the sanctuary, the later service at 10:30. And so we invite you to come to either service, center your life a little, find God as your center, and it's amazing the balance you can keep when you get whacked, as life likes to whack you. I was telling Teresa yesterday, this is a sidebar, by the way. I was as disappointed with the sermon yesterday as I have ever been, I think, in my life. That's how bad I thought yesterday's sermon was. And Teresa said, it's okay. They got the point of it. They got the point of it. And I was like, really? Really? I said, what was the point of it? And she said, that you're a really bad golfer. Well, that was centering, wasn't it? So I hope you got something else out of that. But, she likes to mock me. What's a good marriage if a wife can't mock a husband every once in a while? So anyway, that's the big thing going on this week, and we do invite you to come Friday. This Sunday, I'll have a better sermon. I promise. We'll have a better sermon. And we will center, though. We'll most definitely center. And that's the great thing about churches. If the sermon's off one week, you still have, the fantastic music. You have prayer. You have liturgy. You have communion. The sermon's only one little part, and maybe not even the most important part, and of centering ourselves. And so we have all these balances that basically allow us, if one thing is just a little off, the rest are spectacular. The music was great yesterday, and communion is always that faithful witness. I love communion for its faithful witness, and I love it every week. I really do. So, that's me. Anywho, all right, that's all I got for today. God bless y'all. Have a great week, and man, I hope I see you Sunday. All right, have a good one.